Hello, this is Bonny Meyer from DiVine Conversations. Today, I'm reporting on the sad, fatal accident involving my iPhone. The iPhone accident occurred on a sunny afternoon when I was touring some visitors through the garden, which you saw during the garden gazpacho video, and our remodel project, a 1930s farmhouse, which is our vineyard and business office. What's important here is the driveway itself. So this driveway is made out of blue shale and gravel, and as such, it's very unfriendly to cell phone screens. And this video of DiVine Conversations is about a cell phone screen, my cell phone screen, and its confrontation with the driveway. My iPhone was deep in my left pocket where I thought it would be secure. And having finished the tour, I stepped into my car and drove away. Later on, I found my phone face down on the driveway. It must have fallen out of my pocket as I stepped in. This is the scene of the accident that led to the demise of my cell phone. As you can see, there are plenty of pieces of gravel that defied my screen protector. It was not death upon impact, although the screen was horribly cracked and disfigured. No, the fatality occurred a couple weeks later. I used some clear packing tape to hold the aforementioned screen together. My phone limped along, functioning with a handicap that made it almost impossible to read, particularly in the upper right quadrant, where spiderweb cracks obscured the view. Having great confidence in my ability to repair almost anything, I decided to replace my iPhone screen myself. I went online and ordered the new screen along with some small tools that would facilitate the repair. This was going to be easy. It would just require me to have patience and follow some simple directions. On the chosen day, I created a sterile surgery theater. I laid out my iPhone and the replacement screen on clean white paper on my dining room table. I assembled everything I needed for the surgery: tools, tweezers, a guitar pick, and a pencil for writing down which screws came from where. I placed my computer in front of the theater and opened the browser to the shortest YouTube entry on how to change an iPhone screen. I was relieved to see the presenter was a woman. I immediately felt at home. I quickly removed the tiny screws that held the face onto the back of my iPhone. I slid the guitar pick along the sides to loosen the adhesive that creates the water barrier between front and back. I opened my phone like a book and was fascinated by how easy it was. I went on to remove the cables connecting the battery, sensor, home button, and camera. In a matter of minutes, the front screen was free. It was then that I really looked at the replacement screen I had purchased. It looked rather naked in comparison to the screen I had just attached. It was then that I checked out the other more involved screen replacement YouTube videos and realized there was much more work to be done. Sure, I had freed the screen from the phone, but now I had to move the earpiece, camera, home button, and metal backplate over to the new screen, taking care to keep track of which screws came from which tiny part and keep track of and not damage the ribbon cables. It was the home button removal that caused massive hemorrhaging when I inadvertently, irreparably damaged one of the ribbon cables. I have to admit, that by the time I was attempting to remove and transfer that home button, I was exhausted from nervous mental effort and sure I had mixed up, or even worse, lost a screw or two. And so it was that my iPhone died on the operating table. The only thing left to do was to put it in a body bag and order a replacement phone. It was a very long week from the demise to when I could pick up my new phone. Even in this COVID time, I had not felt as disconnected as I did during that week. I became quickly aware of how frequently I called, text, and email from my phone. I bought a red iPhone and protective case. Red is my favorite accessory color and has the bonus of an Apple partnership with red.org, supporting HIV and AIDS programs worldwide. My brother died of AIDS about 30 years ago when he was a young man, and so supporting an organization that works to end the spread of AIDS means a lot to me. I'm enjoying my new red iPhone and I've taken most of this video with it. This is Bonny Meyer, DiVine Conversations. See you next time.